jump on here and say what's up to all of you. As always, can you guys hear me? I think I already learned how to tell if you guys can hear me or not, based on the speaker picking up my sound. But for a while it wouldn't let me. So I think it's just proper to always ask, regardless, right? How everybody is listening to me. And let me see. I'm gonna put the invite guest. So I'll be adding the code to, in case some of you guys want to come in, just letting you guys know you guys will be live with all these masses of people tuning in, these millions of people that tune into the live sessions. And you'll be part of it. And yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be pretty cool today, just because the topic that I want to bring up to you guys' attention, there was a lot of them, actually. There was a lot of them. And I think that just goes to show you that I'm very excited about just having chats with different people and in different scenarios. And I really, really enjoy the feedback from you guys, from the watch and talk, regarding debt and money and finances and motivation and things of that nature. Because even though it is an automotive platform, an automotive channel, there's a person, that interviews these people. And I also have my own different hobbies other than just cars, in that sense, or my thoughts. And by no means am I ever 1,000% right, nor do I claim to be 1,000% right, but I think it's awesome to just be able to share that, and to get some feedback. And everything was very positive. I'm sure there was somebody there that disagreed, and I think that that's important too, for you guys to bring it up to my attention and say, no, I disagree. I think, and I'm not gonna get mad. Honestly, I'm not gonna get mad if you do it in a respectful manner, like always. So, Max Mech 86 first. That's what's up. What's up? What's up, man? Lie, S. I'm thinking. This is que onda. This is sick as Lee, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong though. But que onda? How you guys doing? Ramon, que onza? Nice to meet. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Gene, aren't you supposed to be working? You got the day off yesterday. Come on, man. There's no way you got a day off back to back. You're still working. It's still early. You still working. I'm telling you, man. You don't work, Gene. I don't know how you did so for all those EF parts. Hello, everybody from the lowrider culture. And yes, and the reason why I knew it was Lee, he actually drives a sick ass. While we're at it, why not let's share what let's put a car face to one of the comments. Let me see. Sick ass Lee. For those that may not know, I interviewed Sick ass Lee a long time ago. Let me share my screen. Dun, dun, dun. And man, it was a while back actually that we interviewed Lee, and he's mint Integra. I think it's close to a year and a half now, man. Time flies, and he's been super supportive. He's been doing more things to his car. Yeah, keeping it very, very simple, as you guys can tell. He ended up going to the drag strip, putting some beautiful wheels. The guy drives it everywhere. I mean, this is one of the most beautiful Integras. I mean, whenever he goes to a cars meet, this was a Joey sticky deal. Just I want to say cars and coffee. I mean, you can just tell all the attention that it gets. And our buddy here, very humble. The owner at the back, just kind of soaking it in, being very humble, answering any questions that you guys have about his setup. Um, but obviously he was kind enough to share with all of us when we interview him and his son Kevin. And now Kev is he had an Integra, I want to say, got stolen sadly. um, but they're coming back. They're coming back with some other build. And as you guys can tell, I mean, look at that engine bay. It's just perfecto. So, Lee, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. And while we're at it, let's start with the channels that I kind of want to give a little shout out to. So the very first one, by the way, welcome to anybody who joins in, and whoever is watching this live or not live. I really appreciate the support. The very first one is RS Future, or buddy Amir. What is Amir up to? For those that may know, Amir, he has a K swap S2000, and he's been competing. And I clicked on the wrong video, and he's been competing all through the United States. And this time around, I think he wanted to stiffen up the chassis on his NSX, so he took it up to Sacramento, to this guy. I think his name is Riley, if I'm not mistaken. And so that's Riley right here. And Riley was part of ProTune. For those that may not know, think Proto Machine. Before that, it was Stance Works. They were here in Costa Mesa, Orange County, but I think he ended up going his separate way. So he's doing his own individual endeavor, and he will be doing the what you call it cage on the NSX, and Riley will. So this is Amir. He's a hell of a driver. Definitely show some love and support to his channel. He does a lot of track footage. He's freaking smart, and so he's very technical about the things that he does. So definitely check that out. I think you guys will not be disappointed. Not only is he a best driver, the NSX sounds fabulous. All right, next one. This channel, I think he's one of the subscribers, so I think it popped up on my feed. I can't remember, but I did watch a few videos. I haven't watched the latest one, as you guys can see. But yeah, I think he has two Honditas, so two little Hondas that he's been doing some work. Let's see, the sick as burnout. Sick. All right, D series for the win. So yeah, I mean, I mean, he obviously goes to. He's trying to rebuild those cars. That's pretty good. Put in with the Corolla hatch. Do not do it in the streets, people. Do not do it in the streets. But other than that, he's building the car. He's building the car to kind of like a resto mod. He just started, and I don't know. I think the concept is pretty cool. I hope he continues to document all the stuff that he's doing. And like always, the reason why I show these channels is because you guys want to show some love and support, and it definitely motivates people. By the way, congratulations to you guys. 30,000 subscribers. We hit it sometime last night or whatever for Automotive Anatomy. Um, do I sound excited? I am very excited, but I'm not trying to like super hype it just because the whole idea is that if I get super excited about 30,000, then 35,000 makes me feel bad, right? Or 40,000 will make me feel bad. So definitely appreciate you guys. If you guys were to all unsubscribe tomorrow, it would hurt, not gonna lie. But at the same time, I would still continue interviewing dudes and ladies because that's what I like to do. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for the love and the support, and we'll definitely keep looking to continue to grow. Another guy that's been very supportive of the channel is this homie right here, Subis and Homies. Obviously, he has, if I'm not mistaken, this is the Bug Eye. He's putting in the work. You know, he's little photo shoot after the rain. I haven't seen some of his latest videos. I did see a few of them maybe like a month ago. But he's putting in work. I mean, he's trying, and I think it's pretty cool that even though it's not Honda content, we show some love. I mean, some of us like to vape. I mean, some of us like Subarus, and the Box Ranger, man, this is pretty dope. And so he's building, you know, clean sedan. I gotta give love to people that are, you know, putting in the work, doing different things, and just, you know, wrenching with their friends and just enjoying the car community. That's all it is, you know. That's all it comes down to. He's been putting in the work for a little bit, and I think it's cool to see that hopefully he doesn't lose that motivation to continue and providing us videos, because it's very, very, very easy to lose motivation, to be honest with you guys. So Subis and Homies, definitely check it out. I don't know, just keep it in the back pocket. Give a nice don't like, subscribe, don't subscribe. Really, it's just up to you guys. And last one, we're gonna finish it up with another Honda channel. This is my buddy Brian. He he was consistent at the beginning of his videos, but obviously he's a family man. He works very, very hard, long hours. Super humble guy, and obviously he likes these. I forgot the name of the colors, as a grill green or whatever it's called, but it looks like they're all the same car. But no, he actually has three cars, and this is his latest pickup, a freaking right-hand drive. He has a funky batch at the end. I don't know. I don't know DAs that much, but I think it's a GSR something T well, VIT. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Right here. GSR. He called it something else. I watched the video already. Um, he was gonna change some stuff. The hatch to the other. Let me see. I'll put that so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. So as you can see, this is the latest pickup, and then he has another one over here, same color, and then he has a EF hatch. This not the same color, but they're all similar colors. So yeah, I mean he just picked it up. So congratulations, he got it from another buddy of ours who has been importing cars. He's been doing a great job importing cars. They're very, very clean from what I can see. And so, yeah, I mean, this guy takes his time editing and doing his stuff, and I think he's going to be at the old school meet this upcoming week, the one I posted on the community tab. So, I would definitely have our buddy Brian here in your back pocket. Show some love, don't show some love, subscribe, don't subscribe. Really, it's up to you guys. No biggie. All right. So, uh, now that we got done with the 4 YouTube channels, I wanted you guys to check it out. I think that it's cool to just share the love and the passion that we have for cars. I'm on break. Gene, you're always on break. I have no idea how you do it. And then our buddy Lee. Oh, actually, well, let's do that while we're here. Let's do one more channel. The thing is, I've been trying to show some channels that I think you guys would be interested in, and I think of one and then I forget. So when I forget, then it's like it goes away. But Lee's son Kev actually has a YouTube channel called Timeless Vision, and again, he's been cut up with other stuff. He's a youngster. He's doing things like school and maybe potentially girlfriend. I don't know, but he's putting in the works. I haven't seen the last video, but everything else I have seen. He just pretty much captures whatever goes on in their life. This is Lee, the gentleman that comment. His dad. Um, on the interview that we did on them, though, Lee looked like the son and Kev looked like the dad. But obviously, here's the Integra, and then they just pretty much record anything that goes on in their life. They kick it with Tommy Law, super clean TSX at the moment. He got rid of the EK hatch, and then just anything else that pops up. Whether it's night meets or whatever the case may be. Definitely super cool to see a youngster start a YouTube channel and just have those experiences. When I was his age, I was clueless. I'm still clueless, but even more back then. And so, I would definitely say for you guys to just give it a 2 seconds of your attention if you want to subscribe or not subscribe. Definitely, it's not mandatory, but at least bring it to your awareness. All right, much love to all of you guys for showing us love. And so here we go. Everybody saying what's up? What's up? Jared says I drive an Outback. Outbacks are pretty cool, actually. I dig them, and I really really do. I mean, I don't know. I like the oddballs, I guess you would say, and I think Outbacks are definitely not one of the most popular ones. Gearhead, I feel like I'm breaking the law by putting Cape Pro in California. That's what stops me from swapping my Civic. I feel like I'm breaking the law by putting Cape Pro. Have no idea, man. I don't know. I mean, most of us are breaking the law here in California by modifying our cars, so that's all I can tell you. DA for the win, negative, a core for the win. You should know that. Don't come in with that nonsense in the automotive anatomy section. What's up, fam? Glad you're better and back. Thank you, sir, senor. Definitely, I am doing so much better. What's good? Honda first one to buy and swap. What's a good Honda to buy? I mean, it depends on what you're trying to get, for what reason, and what you want to do with it. Obviously, we have EF dudes, we have EK dudes, EG dudes, DA people, and then the best people, which is the core people. Shout out to my core people. It depends on what you want to do. Do you want to do something that you're going to take to the track? Do you want to just, spirit driving? Do you actually want to, like more like show quality type of thing? Honestly, you can't go wrong, except if you're, again, going back to the depends on the needs that you want. EF are very expensive to find that are in a clean state, and parts are getting more expensive and very hard to find. And when you do, again, people are putting the tax on those. EG is the same thing, and EKs. EKs, I think the coupes are very affordable. The hatches, no. And then Accords, to be honest with you, they're very affordable, but the aftermarket support is very limited. But let's say you end up swapping what? Depends on your budget. Here we go again. Right now, everything seems to have gone up in prices. The H22s, the UORs, B18s, B16s. I mean, B16, you're looking at 4K. And that's if you know how to do the job, then that's not including the labor, et cetera, et cetera. So it really depends on different things that you want to do with it. And really what type of style you want to go with. I love Accords. I know they're not the most popular chassis, but I'm perfectly fine, okay with that, because guess what? When I go to Cars and Coffee, there's gonna be one or maybe five Accords, as opposed to the freaking 300 Civics that no matter what, if your Civic is clean, it's gonna stand out. And that's a conversation that I had with my buddy Danny, who drives a CRX. He's like, dude, my CRX is a CRX, right? Well, I better, once I'm done with it, he's never gonna finish it. It's never gonna run. But that's besides the point. He's like, I wanted to stand out, and the way you do it, it doesn't have to be very, lights and everything, big old sound. It can be subtle, but it has to be clean. And again, it depends on what you want. If you want a track rat, then yeah, you're not gonna spend $10,000 on a paint job or whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna say every Honda is good to start off, but every Honda is good to get stolen. And so have that in the back of your head. If you have a safe place where you can store it, definitely recommend a Honda. But if not, start thinking about maybe how much money you want to put in. And then really, you don't need that much money to start. You just kind of need to have that in the back of your head. Coilovers, good tires, decent wheels. Boom. Most 90s Hondas are going to be, good looking. 90s is the golden era. We can't beat it. Some of the newer Hondas are more reliable, faster, whatever you want, but they don't have a soul like the 90s Honda, in my opinion. No, what's happening? I see 3 videos behind catching up tonight. That's what's up, man. Thank you. Yeah, man. Yeah. So I guess I should say what's coming up on the week. Thank you guys so much for the love for the last couple videos. Alex's Civic Coupe nailed it. A lot of you guys were complaining that he didn't punch all the way. The thing is, he was having hood latches issues. If he were to punch it, there was potential danger that the hood was gonna come up and hit his windshield. So I was like, nah, that's not gonna happen. So that's the reason why he wasn't punching all the way. Rob mentioned, stop looking back there. Take your your speeding ticket like a man. The problem is that here in Cali, yeah, it's not just a speeding ticket, man. They'll take them out on gunpoint. At that point, and says, bye to his car, and a lot, as you guys can tell, a lot of work has been done to that car, and sentimental value, 10 years. So, um, yeah, man. I mean, thank you guys so much for the love. Now I'm on lunch. How did you go from break to lunch? I have no idea, Gene. I'm not even gonna ask you. And somehow you're still getting promoted, huh? Grippy DA. No, yes, of course are better. And EGs are pricey nowadays. Yeah, definitely, man. Everything is pricey. Even a clean Accord. I found a 95 with 78,000 miles. Keep in mind it has 78,000 miles, but they wanted $4,500. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna pay that much. But that's just me. I mean, some people will go buy a 4800, $100 Accord or a CRX, and that's what makes them happy. Then go for it for daily, but able to rally around a little bit. I don't know. I mean, I think one of the cheapest options is definitely the Accord. I find them to be much more affordable than the Civic, or the Integra. The Integra, man, they're getting pricey, especially the sedans. You can't find them. Um, but I think if you're gonna go with 90s Honda, Accord, Civic Integra, is almost the same. Um, that you guys, yeah, you can look into it. If you're planning on swapping some stuff, then Civic and Integra have way more support. Not gonna lie, but the Accord just looks, it's the Accord, man. It's hits home. Hondas here in the Midwest are unbelievably expensive, even rusted to the ground. That's the Iowa life right now, man. That kind of sucks. Well, I think part of it, you can make it fun out of it. And what I mean by that is, my buddy Corwin, he drives a Cord wagon, and you would think that in Cali we have so many clean wagons, but he ended up doing his research outside of the state. He found one in Washington, and our buddy, again, the power of forums and just meeting people throughout the years, our buddy Jake. I was gonna call him Jared. Our buddy Jake, who drives a sedan, he's building his sedan 94, 95 Accord. He lives in Seattle, so he's like, yeah, I'll go check it out for him. So he went, checked out, kept it at his house for maybe a couple of days. My buddy Core went and flew out to Seattle, picked it up, drove it back to Cali. Make it happen, man. You can definitely make it happen. If you're in Iowa, just make it a trip. I know some of you guys have shared that you guys have, gone to a different state and driven the car for like 3 days back, and I don't know. And it's been, some of them have been project cars too, like, so it's not even like just stock cars. But I think that can also be a part of it if you're not if you're able to do that. I think it would be a pretty good experience and just a cool story. You don't have to go like 10 states, but maybe one state, and it's just a 5-hour drive, and expect hiccups. You're driving an older car. Had a 91 Accord in section. Accord are awesome. Yeah, they're definitely awesome. Again, you go H22, then they're heavier than the Civic EGs. Yes, they're heavier. But lip kit, wheels, drop. That's it. That's all I need, and they look really really good. Why do you hate on the 9.5 Gen Accords? They suck. No, I don't hate on them. I think they're cool, man. Everything, every Accord is cool except the newest ones. Just it's like an Audi, like be original Honda. Don't copy that Audi look. And the front end looks aggressive. The rear is just too short for me, even though the car is very comfortable. Um, I think that they're ridiculous expensive, but again, maybe it could just be that I'm cheap. But I mean, you look at the prices of I think it's EXL Touring. I think that's the highest one. It's more expensive than a Civic Si, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. But I like them. I like them bagged. I like them. I think they look pretty cool bagged. The front end looks very aggressive. 6 speed if you can find it, amazing. Um, but no, not necessarily my favorite, but not just with 9.5 Gen Accords. I mean, that even goes for some SIs that are newer. This Civic Si Coupe, no, no bueno. I didn't like it. I'm sorry if you drive a Civic Coupe. I just didn't like them. Thanks for the info now, man. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, anything Honda related, if you ask our buddy right here, old school, his name is Rob. That guy will tell you that anything after 92 he doesn't care about. He's an old soul. He 80s and everything. That's all he cares about. But it's whack. And then he comes and says, uh, wrong things like this. Honda enthusiasts don't want a Core or Prelude because they're heavier. They are the best for daily driving, though. I agree. I forgot about the Prelude again. Prelude does not have aftermarket support like other cars. They're great platforms, and their body style is very, very nice. It's very streamlined. I don't know. I like it, but I definitely agree. And our buddy here, Sleepworks Garage, says Accord Gang Gang. Of course, Accord Gang Gang. All right. There's no such thing as a 4,000 Accord. There is, and it's beautiful, and it's a 95 for with 4,000, no, 78,000 miles. So there's that. All right, all right. Nobody wants your clapped out 4,000 Civic EF. All right, Gene. All right. So let's start it with the topic that I wanted to discuss today. I'm only gonna be here for maybe 20 more minutes since I did start. I did say I was gonna be at 5, but let me see. I'm gonna put the code again if anybody wants to join for like 5 minutes and just say what's up. Um, there you go. So I've been doing the minimalist challenge for this entire month, and it's getting very, very difficult. Partly because I don't have that many things to begin with, and so the minimalist challenge is, for 1 month. The May 1st, let's say you get rid of one thing. May 2nd, you get rid of two things. May 5th, you will get rid of 5 things. And today we're in February 16th, so I still have to look through all the 16 things I need to get rid of, and it's getting very, very difficult. Again, I don't have that many clothes. I saw a post about 7 months, I think 7 months ago, that said, when is going to be the day that you stop rocking big brands and you only rock your friends, brands or companies? And I don't know, it stuck by me, and I was like, that's right. Like, first of all, I don't like shopping. I'm not a big shopaholic. Most of the stuff that I get is either used or I go to the Goodwill and I get it. That's just me. And I used to not like the Goodwill, but my wife kind of introduced me to it, and there's some pretty good stuff there. So I was like, yeah, why not? But ever since I saw that post about um, seven 7 months ago, something stuck by me, and I thought about it. I was like, why am I giving my money to these huge corporations when my buddy next door is trying to make something out of nothing, right? He or she is trying to create a brand and do something for himself. And here we are, giving our money to somebody else. So we're gonna have that conversation with Gene, since Gene decided to be out of his break, which is all BS. He's been in break for the last hour. Gene, man, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Know how to use a phone? Can you? Do you know how to use a phone? I gotta give him
How to
heat.
use the
He's always
phone. I'm trying to deliver time.
okay. So, by the way, first of all, thank you for joining us. Second of all, your route is one of the most beautiful routes I've ever seen. I'm sure people are jealous. Oh, his Wi-Fi is not working. Come on, Gene. Oh man, I was super excited. No, I don't know what's going on. Maybe we'll come back to Gene in a little bit. Hopefully, his stuff starts working. You gotta pay your bill, sir. You can't use your phone without paying your bill. But that stuck by me, and so that's why like I wear a lot of, you see me RM, rival machine. That's my buddy Gabe, and he helped me out with an interview with his S2000 about close to 3 years now, and I'm never gonna forget that. He was one of the bigger pages. One of the very first people to help me out was my buddy Steve with his wagon, and we always BS around back and forth, and I'm super appreciative. So I'm always trying to just kind of continue in that sense. There's nothing wrong if you like Nikes or if you like Adidas and all those stuff. I don't believe that you don't need to buy them. No, no, no. They provide a service. Supreme. I don't see the $300 shirt with just the Supreme up front as something that I would rock. But if you do, no problem, rock it and then resell it because apparently that those things resell for more than when they're new. And so that's the reason why I posted to the community tab. We'll be having more hats. This is a dad hat. We'll have the other like baseball cap, and then we'll have some shirts coming in. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm only like bringing like 20 shirts, each color, because not many people buy, and two, I don't want to be sitting on too much merch, but I also want to have it handy so when I do giveaways or I've given free shirts to a lot of people that have been part of the channel and have not been part of the channel for different reasons. It's definitely something that I don't make it a habit since it is coming out of my pocket, but I get it. We're all in different situations, and so for the time being, it's okay. It will continue to show love to you guys. Please show me some more than a half a quarter. I live in Canada. Want to copy some swag? I'm new to your channel. Much love, man. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Yeah, you're not. You pretty much you see this a whole bunch of knuckleheads who tune in and talk smack. And remember, when in doubt, Accords is the way. But yeah, I'll definitely try to. I'll try to show more Accords. Ralph, I could never see myself driving a Civic. Man, you're gonna get so much hate mail. I am not associated with Ralph because Ralph will start talking shit on Civics. Honestly, Ralph, I used to think that way. Not anymore. I love Civics, man. They're amazing cars, but the Accord, at least Jackie will always be part of who I am. If she was to get totaled, depending on the parts and things like that, I'll probably go and get another Accord. But I'm down to rock a Civic, especially DJ. He has his hatchback with a K something, and he looks like he's having a blast. And he came from the Accord world, so I hope that you do keep your Accord forever, and I hope more people get into the Accord scene. But yeah, definitely Civic and Integra are definitely the ones that are at the top of the line. AG Fanatic, what up, bro? And with you, the Hondas from the 90s are the best in my opinion. Just started to work on my AGSI, trying to have it finished for that interview. That's what's up, man. Yeah, yeah, come through. We'll make it happen, man. You don't need much, just your car and and a good story, and that's it. Even if it's not a good story, we're still gonna make fun of you. But yeah, man, I think that was part of it, and the reason why this conversation from supporting people stem from it really comes from a different conversation that I thought about. So why am I bringing this up is because I am decluttering, and part of it was I picked up this little basket that had a whole bunch of my stuff. I went to my mom's, and I moved out of my mom's for like about 4.5 years now since I've been married. I think 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Wow, 5 years. Whew. And she's like, hey, there's some stuff there that whenever you need them. She told me like 3 months. All right, so I'm like, I'm getting rid of stuff that makes it easy. I went, I picked them up, and in there I found my yearbook, my high school yearbook, and it brought up a lot of good memories and a lot of not so good memories. And I think the good memories is like, damn, when you're young and all you worry about is like Friday night and going out with your friends, or your biggest worry is a test on a Friday. Um, I love talking about high school. Maybe that's why I work in education, because I do get to see those young people interact with each other, and what for us, as adults, we're able to see like, okay, for them it's a huge problem that their girlfriend's not talking to them, for the guys. And I'm like, damn, dude, you're gonna have many of those. Chillax, she'll be back. She says she doesn't want to talk to you anymore, but she will. And so you get to see that, and I think some of the not so good memories, like I mentioned, I think I wish I would have known, have a higher self esteem, stop being a follower, um, stop trying to act in a way that you weren't, and in one of the very few offset conversations that I did a while back, I shared a story with a lot of you guys of I asked this girl out twice, one in middle school and then one my freshman year, and she said both times she said no, and the second one hurt a little bit more because she was like, no, well, let me think about it. I told her, I asked her on a Tuesday, and she's like, let me think about it, blah blah blah. Okay, she had already told me that the first time. I'm like, that's a no. Thursday I said, what's up, like, have you thought about it? She had thought about it. She knew the answer to begin with. And she's like, no, and I don't blame her. I think, she's young too. She doesn't know how to respond. Like, no, I think you're fat and ugly. I'm into physical attraction. You're funny, but I'm in high school, and I'm a 14, 15-year-old girl that wants to be with a good looking dude. I think that's reality, right? And not to say that every girl was like that, but some girls are like that. They go for the outside instead of, even if the guy's funny or the guy seems to have a cool conversation, or maybe she didn't even think that was funny, but we would always mess around. Bottom line is, she said no, and she said, the reason is I don't want to have a boyfriend. Well, the next day I was walking in the hallways and she was holding hands with some dude that plays soccer, was in good shape, and we passed by each other. Obviously I didn't say anything. I just kind of, and she looked at me like, I can't believe I'm I'm walking right in front of him. Like, I think she felt bad. She wasn't like, oh, look at me. No, I think she felt bad, like, damn, and I think that was it, man. That was one of the things that came up in the yearbook, and my wife was telling me, she's like, "Is that the one that you asked out twice?" Like, yeah. And then, share some other stories. And the reason why I bring this up is because, um, high school's cool and all, and high school gives you a lot of different experiences. I definitely did not take advantage of my high school experience. I didn't know any better. I thought that what I was doing, which was not going to the assembly. Here, what we call assemblies is like when, each, I think it was like every 3 months or 2 months, the school body, the ASB and all those, they would do like performances and the football team and all that stuff. I didn't do that. I was playing handball, or I was just not playing handball and just not going to the assemblies. I thought I was cool, not going to those things. I thought I was lame. You know, I was very insecure. I didn't join the basketball team earlier. I did it for half a semester, and then I got into trouble, and then I couldn't continue. Football, I always wanted to play football, and I wasn't confident. I had never been in an organized sport, so therefore I was never able to do that. And also the finances behind it. We didn't have money, so my mom was always working long hours, and so um, I definitely did not take advantage of my whole high school experience. And it kind of just, it wraps around the whole idea of being minimal. The minimal for me is being okay with having less, being okay with um, not having the fanciest, gadget here or there. And now I'm 100% comfortable, but when I saw that yearbook, it kind of took me back to that kid where, like, damn, like, I wanted to have white shoes. God forbid I went with a bad haircut to school. um I never rock uh brands. My mom could not. We would go to the swap meet to buy clothes, and it, now looking back, my mom would do the best she could. And maybe for me, going to this school where other kids have more financial means, then it definitely probably brought me down. Wearing Skechers, the shoes, because you can buy one get one free, BOGO, and the shirts that were, all black or all white, three for, what was it, three for $10? I don't know, some cheap number like that. And so I would rock that. And um, it is what it is. But that's what you're into. I mean, if I know, like intellectually, if I was to go back to high school, I would give two shits about what people thought about me. Like, it would be not, it wouldn't even be funny. And now with the whole minimalist, getting rid of things, um, it's just beneficial. It's beneficial, and and not only for a peace of mind, knowing that I'm okay, that I don't need the newest item. It's okay. It's okay if I don't have the cleanest wheels. It's okay if my car doesn't look a certain way. I'm definitely okay. And when I do have the money to buy something, it needs to be something meaningful. Like, again, buying my buddy's brands, um, because I want to show them that, hey man, I really support, I really like what you're doing, and please keep going. And I think that's my small um, addition to their journey. And I know like one person that has been super supportive has been Juan. We interviewed him, and he's 1976, I think, a Honda Civic CVCC. It's a two-part, and I butchered his audio and video. That was my SD card back then. I was recording from my phone, and he's been super supportive. Like every single time I've dropped a hat or a shirt, he's been the first one to buy. He buys always in in twos. Why, I don't know. But I think he knows, like, don't trip, man. This is just to show you that I appreciate you, and that for me is gonna be one of the biggest blessings that I've had throughout this journey. So, minimalist, your cash hoarding. Believe it or not, I'm trying. I'm trying. Today, I don't know if you guys, again, recommending somebody else. Pat Deb. Ah, shit. I know it's Pat David. Pat Bet David. I think that's what it is. He has I forgot his main channel. But today he did a video on some signs that the market is gonna crash in the stock market. And I love researching about all that. I don't know much about it, but I think it is important to hoard some money to have in the back of in your pocket. You never know when the opportunity might come. Um, but I mean, it's definitely, I don't know. To me, it's just important to have, and I don't make it my idol. Like, I don't, man, like, I have to have this amount of money so then I can buy this. No, to me, it's like, okay, what are my bills and how can I decrease my bills? So then anything that comes after that, it's it's saved, or I can buy parts, or whatever the case may be. I have an allowance. I have two allowances per month, and my wife and I have been doing that for the past 4.5 years. And I can tell you guys, when you work as a married couple and you combine income and you don't keep shit away from each other, the cash that's add up, that's hoard. And I don't know, man. I appreciate that. So let me know what you guys think about the whole high school thing. Did you guys take advantage of your high school experience? Do you guys have any funny stories like that, getting rejected? Hey, but I got some girls, man. I got game. I wasn't the best looking guy, but I can make them laugh. And my girlfriends were somewhat pretty, I guess I would say. But now I have my beautiful wife. Um, but yeah, she definitely won the lotto with me. But we're not gonna get into that. Greetings from Sweden. God, this drives me. It's insane, from Sweden, man. I don't even know where Sweden's at. Uh, I have an EF hatch. I love it to death. Okay. What's up? Oh my God. We're about to eat in a little bit. That's why I told you guys like 20 minutes. Yeah, like maybe like 15 more minutes. I have an EF hatch and I love it to death. I make videos on the hatch on my channel. I want more Honda boys to show some love to my vids. Yeah, for sure, man. I think it's called Velocity Media. I'll try to get you in the next one. If not, you guys can definitely go check out Velocity Media from all the way from Sweden. Much love, man. Keep the EFs on the road. We definitely need them. And I think you will definitely find a cool space in the Honda world on YouTube, like I have, and it's really cool. Guys, send me the minimalist podcast that you're always referring to. I'm curious. I think what I'm gonna do first, because I think uh, it's difficult to get into a podcast where you don't know the people, or you don't know what the message is, or who's saying it. And so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna put it on the chat. I'm gonna put the URL to one of their TED Talks. Now, why is that? And this is the oldest TED Talk, so that way you get to know it. I think you need to start watching. I put it in the chat. I think you should watch that first, because then you're gonna understand. Okay, these two dudes, who are they? Why they started their whole journey in minimalist, and what minimalist means to them, because what means to them might mean something different to you, especially as a car people. We don't want to get rid of our car parts, and you shouldn't. But maybe you have 300 shirts that you don't wear. Maybe you can cut back on those shirts and your closet looks cleaner, and that brings you peace of mind, or whatever the case may be. But I think you should start a TED Talk, and then from there, you'll be able to find their podcast, and they just have a whole bunch of different conversations on meaningful life, and just political stuff, things like that. They don't go like into politics, but they just kind of share their experiences and what they feel will come out of certain situations. So I think you should definitely check it out. And again, um, it might not apply to you. Maybe you not like it. It's fine. Don't listen to them. I like to listen to them. I put them in the back burner sometimes. I'll go on walks. I'll be at work and I just have it in the back, and then something that catches my attention, very much, I go back and I listen to like, oh, okay. Um, and I just subscribe to the Patreon. I'm super cheap. That it took me about a year and a half, 2 years to subscribe to their Patreon, $2 a month. So now I'm catching up from their podcast from 2017 all the way up. And as they're talking about conversation, I'm like, oh, there's a backlash of huge corporations like Walmart. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, Walmart does provide more service to more people, therefore they should make more money. I think that's capitalism type of thing, the services you provide. And not to go to Walmart, I dislike Walmart. I'll choose to spend 20 cents more per item or whatever it is to go to Target, just because I feel like their store's cleaner. The people that go there are a little bit different. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but I'd rather do that. And if there's very few things that if a mom and pop shop has it, I know they're more expensive. I'd rather go to that. I know my wife and I would like to go to restaurants that are more mom and pop shop. Um, Again, that's their way of putting our support, which is with their dollars. And we're never gonna beat places like McDonald's. They're gonna stay forever. We're never gonna beat them. But I can choose to go to a different place to have my burger. And maybe they'll close down in a year from now, but at least I know that I went to a little mom and pop shop, so that way I'm okay with myself. But anyways, love the live streams while I'm at work. You should be working, man. You should be working. That's what you should be doing. But no, I really appreciate you, man, and thank you for reaching out regarding the getting in some more merch. Jared, I feel that for the wasting money, I've been cutting back a lot on spending. I'm thinking of trying to start a brand or maybe a channel once I can afford to start some projects. Hmm, that's interesting. I don't know what you're trying to do, but I want you to understand this. You don't need much money to start anything nowadays, right? And so maybe you don't start the brand right off the bat, because guess what? No one's gonna want to purchase your brand because they don't know who you are, what you stand for, what the mission is. um we're not The Rock, where he can take out a tequila and then he sells it, takes a brand, sells it. He can buy a restaurant and everybody's gonna go because it's The Rock. But it's because he's been putting all those years of work. When he got out of the University of Miami, then decided that football wasn't his thing, that he went to wrestling, and then from there, we saw how he blew up in movies, and so now he can do whatever the hell he wants. So the point I'm trying to get is, maybe don't go straight to the brand. Start a channel. Definitely start a channel. Maybe you don't have the means to buy car parts, but like, look, like us, right now we're talking about minimalist when a channel's automotive. I think there's 5 to 20 people that tune into these live sessions, and they just want to have different conversations about other stuff. It doesn't always have to be automotive. So based on what you're saying, is maybe you have passion for something else. Maybe you're gonna get a bigger sense of support from other people based on something else that you're like, oh, I started with automotive, but now everybody likes talking about fuzzy socks, and we're going to talk about socks all the time. Maybe that becomes your channel, and it's okay if that becomes your channel. Then you can just explore that. So start, though. Start doing something, even if it's just like talking in front of the camera about something that you're passionate about, that you like. I think that's the way to go. Do you find social media and Instagram exhausting? Personally speaking, I found staying relevant when running that core collective page to be exhausting. It took away the fun from social media. So Ralph obviously owns himself 95, no, 94, I think, a core coup, prestigious, but he also was one of, if not the main organizer for Cali Accord Meet. And it was this huge event that exploded from, I think, 2013 to about 2019, if I'm not mistaken. It ran for 6 years or so. I think only 1 year, and there was no meet, and then it stopped. And the reason why was because permits and things like that. But do I find social media and Instagram to be exhausting? No. You know why? Because I don't use it to consume what everybody's up to. I'll like the pictures. I like the pictures. Say what's up to somebody here and there, but then it's like a tool for me. It's just, okay, now let's see if I can find somebody I can interview, and then after that I disengage. I'm not. There's very few times, I'm not gonna lie, that I'm like, what the hell did I just do for the last 20 minutes, just scrolling through my browser or whatever somebody's doing. But for the most part, I try not to be in it. Ironically, right, as I'm trying to run a YouTube channel and the Instagram, and a blog on top of that. So it is exhausting in that sense of trying to do a little bit of all of them, but not to the point where like it's ever gonna get to the point where I don't want to do it, because I did it so much that now I don't have the energy for it. So Instagram, again. I go a big chunks of times not checking my phone, and there's times that I'm stuck on my phone. YouTube. I make it a habit to put in an hour and a half or 2 hours in the afternoon to comment. Are you guys serious? I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, I don't. Oh, so going back to what Ralph said about Instagram, I don't find it so tiring because I'm not in it so much. I also don't watch the news. The only reason I knew there was some cold stuff going in the other parts was because somebody did a meme. One of the guys I follow, and it said like Colorado blizzard. I think it was Texas blizzard, some other blizzard, and then they show Arizona blizzard, and it was like one of those like ice cream things from the store, and they're like, you guys can keep that cold weather. It's obviously in Arizona. There's no blizzards. That's the only reason I was like, oh, I guess the blizzard has hit a major part of the United States. I wasn't aware that it's that bad, man. Wow. Um, that's crazy. Stay safe, everyone. I really mean that. That's scary. We haven't had a earthquake here in Cali, but wow, I can't imagine going through that. So stay safe, stay warm as much as you can. Definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. Jose says, at first I got rejected. I was like, focus on yourself, bro. And I've been happy ever since. Got a lot of past homies off too. I only got to my Honda and my mom. Yeah, man. Definitely. Definitely. I think that that's the way it has to be, man. At the time, you think that the world's going to end because, somebody, a girl said no to you, but it happens that it, it's a reflection of them. um, I won't go into the story, but the girl that I asked twice, I actually saw her maybe like 5 months ago or six. I was getting medicine when I was sick back in November actually. I saw her and yeah, she's not as pretty as I remember, and it's just different. Um, and I'm glad that she taught me a very good lesson. And now I'm definitely much more confident, and that's good. Nestor, everything's bigger in Texas, even the cold. Yeah, you live in San Diego. What do you know about bad weather, huh? It must be nice. It must be nice. All right, my friends. I know there's a whole bunch of other comments. I just want to say thank you guys. Much love. What's to come this week? Obviously, we had the Civic Coupe yesterday. Much love. I hope you guys enjoy that. Tomorrow, we're gonna have a small video of me changing the headlights with my buddy Mauricio. He actually did all the work. I didn't do it. So that's gonna be tomorrow. That's the whole modifying. So we did change the headlights. And obviously, you guys saw that. You guys saw in the very introduction of video the new headlights. But that's what happened. Um, I also have to start getting some of the footage that my buddy Francisco, who's been working on Jackie for the past 3.5 weeks, or I think a month now. It's been a while. I'm gonna put all that footage and do a voiceover so you guys can get the idea what's going on with that, with the engine bay. And then I'm probably gonna get another interview in, which is I have a few interviews I need to edit. I can't remember at the top of my head. I think it's Angel with the Civic Coupe. Very nice daily driven B16 power car. Simple, not too much. So we have that towards the end of the week, and then I think I might. I don't know. Depending on the weather, I might even do a wash and talk here and there, and then do that. But as always, we go for the car, we stay for the person. Thank you so much. And the community tab, it has the information on the shirts and the hats that will be coming out. You guys can email me. I know it's not the easiest way to go about it, and that's create more work, but that's the way we have it right now. Maybe when we update the big cartel, then we're gonna go ahead and put those shirts. But for now, we still have the great shirts. We still have some of the old school OG designs that I did. But honestly, guys, it's just for me to keep pushing myself. We're not making millions and millions. Um, but I appreciate you guys. I really, really, really do. We'll catch you guys in the next one.